I'm Nid. I'm a wellnesspreneur and business consultant to wellnesspreneurs, and I wanted to share a little bit about myself and what is legal advice and why that's not what I do. So getting legal advice is often quite scary and seems a little bit overwhelming. How do you find a lawyer? What is it that you're supposed to ask them? What advice are they going to give you? The most important thing to start with is going to local centres. Getting it maybe from a recommendation from a library is a really useful place to start. And you want someone who probably specialises in small businesses, because they're going to understand your financial capacity and your ability to take on a lot of managing some of the information they might give you. You will also want to be thinking about the geographical place in which you're going to be running your business and getting legal advice for where that geography is, because the different states and the different countries are going to have different laws and also different interpretations maybe of the same words. So although there may be a high level terminology that I can explain to you, you'll want to double check your understanding for that local state. You also want to find a lawyer that specialises in your area of business. So it might be that you're doing a specific activity, say renting a property, and you need to get someone who's a commercial property lawyer. Or you might be doing some kind of marketing activity and you're doing lots of content related creation, and so you need an intellectual property lawyer or maybe a commercial marketing lawyer. So you want to look for lawyers that are specialists in the field that you need advice. You want to be really clear about what is your problem, what is the issue, and what is the advice that you're seeking before you go to them. Otherwise, it can get quite expensive while they try and work that out, taking time with you. Because lawyers charge every 6 minutes of time. So the more time that you can save them in having to understand what your business is, and the more specific you can be, and the more focused you can be in what you want them to provide you as advice, the cheaper it's going to be. So that's a really important aspect of you preparing going to see a lawyer for advice. When is it the right time? Well, a lawyer's probably going to tell you anytime you're signing a contract, but in the reality of things, you're probably going to be doing a lot of deals, agreeing a lot of things, even via email and not even in a contract, in which you want to keep your business afloat, and you're not going to have time to go and get every single thing checked. So you're going to have to create a sense of your risk and what it is that triggers when you want to get that advice. So having an understanding of your own personal appetite of risk, and also what are generally bigger risks to your business. So those are going to be where there's a lot of financial cost, where there's a lot of things being created, or you're moving into a new geographic area, or you're taking on some other kind of new expansion, or there's a merger with another business, a huge collaboration. Those kind of things are going to be more likely the situations where you want to get that extra advice, because you know that there's a bigger risk for you and it's more important to you, and you want the relationship to be set up to its best at the outset so that it can hopefully have the longest lasting success. So I was originally a dance and fitness instructor to mostly people with disabilities and children, and I was quite lost, so I ventured off and became a lawyer, which I discovered I was really quite good at, and was fortunate to land myself some great jobs working in the media and music industry in some very large companies. That was at the time when they were being transitioned online with digital technology, and my role was to understand how technology impacted some of the legal rights and how we could commercially come up with solutions that the public wanted to consume and enjoy, that would also help us transition and keep the industry alive through its new birth. And in 2013, I then had a head injury, which meant that I had to stop working as a lawyer. And part of my healing process was that I went back to teaching Pilates and yoga. And as part of this, I also launched my own wellness business, which supported me through leaving and traveling around the world, running retreats, and also taking my business online, which I've continued to do and enjoy doing that greatly. Throughout all of this, I did continue to do business consulting to small businesses, especially in the wellness sector, but also in the audio and creative areas. And they were mostly coming to me for that business advice in structuring themselves, in growth, in understanding some of their relationships, and what it was that they could do to maximize their value for the future and to share with more people online and digitally. And this led me to start to want to grow this business and provide this support to other people. But I am no longer practicing as a lawyer, and it is an offence in most countries to provide legal advice if you are not registered as a practicing lawyer. And that is because it's a regulated profession, because the advice is quite important and can have real impact on people's lives. Laws in the common law world, and mostly the Western world, are devised to help us understand how we should have relationships with one another within society, so that we reflect our local cultures and values in how we conduct our business relationships, as well as personal, family and property and other areas of life. So I see our legal knowledge and wisdom as very much to do with how we manage our relationships. And my experience was in the commercial world, in that digital and creative industry area of growth. With wellness being pushed to go online in recent times, that digital growth is also an area of my expertise, and I saw that there's more people who need some of that commercial understanding. So more how to apply some of those bigger legal principles in the digital world for their business, for that bigger growth. And some of that growth might be to just expand online and still stay geographically in your home territory, and some of that might be global. So the commercial advice that's being provided in these videos and the education that's provided in these videos is that higher level, bigger picture, but how law applies in your business day to day, how you can take some of those practical steps to prepare yourself, and how you could maybe focus your own understanding so that when you do decide to go get advice, you are a little bit more prepared, and it might save you some time, some money and a bit of your energy. Let me know any more questions that you've got around legal advice and how it differs from what I'm offering you in these videos. If you want to have a chat, I offer a free 20-minute chat for new clients, just to get to know me, what I'm doing, and maybe give you some commercial things to go away and think about. Or if I feel it's appropriate, I'll point you in the direction of how to go and find some lawyers. Take care, and love hearing from you. Do get in touch. Pop down to my website if you want to find out how to book that free call.